over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Yep. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope you're still having lunch somewhere. I hope some people are still having lunch somewhere. I'm coming to you live. WrestleMania looks like it could be stacked. I mean, it could be. If all of the faces on that screen right there are going to appear at WrestleMania, right there you got a pretty banger of a show. But if you were to add MJF and Sasha Banks, and I know that the big rumor now is that Sasha Banks definitely signed with AEW for $25 million, which sounds insane to me, right? Insane to me. You know, Jericho signed. What was Jericho's contract? Like $4 million or $5 million, and then Jon Moxley's contract with AEW was like $6 million, and those are like the biggest contracts. But now there's like a report that Sasha Banks signed with AEW for $25 million, 5 years or something. I don't believe that. I mean, that's 5 years, $5 million a year. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, maybe she's going there, but I don't believe that. At what point? Here's my question. At what point is WWE leaking out this ridiculous information? So that they can throw you off. I'm still on that train. Listen, I'm going to admit when I'm wrong. When she shows up on AEW television and I'm wrong, that's fine. I'll admit that I'm wrong. I will. I'll be like, wow, I didn't think it would happen. You know, I thought for sure Sasha was going to AEW, like before she got injured. Before she got injured, the plan was Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné in AEW. That was the plan. They were setting it up. She's in the crowd. They're getting ready for the big thing. And then she got injured, and that put the brakes on the whole thing, and we all thought that eventually she would be coming anyway. But then things changed. And then recently she met with WWE, just like CM Punk met with WWE. And a lot of people are saying that Sasha Banks has signed with AEW. And I want you to remember this, because I'll live and die by my own opinion, right? Like, I was right about CM Punk, right? Because we could predict it. This is a little bit less predictable, but yet still feels predictable in some ways. So I know that And by the way, why hasn't AEW come out and said anything too? That's the other thing. Like if these rumors are coming out that Sasha Banks signed for $25 million, I'd be like, I'm gonna come out and say that that's not true. If I'm AEW, right? But they haven't said that. So you have all these things to weigh on this guessing game of where are people and what are people doing and what is going on in the world and whatever else. By the way, I don't really make any money on ad revenue anymore, almost nothing. So I do have to take 2 seconds. I make ad revenue a little bit, but I don't have any sponsors anymore right now. I have no sponsors. So I have to take this 2 seconds to tell you, for my own good, I have to tell you that if you want to say something and donate to the show, the Streamlabs link is pinned to the top of the stream. Use that link to donate live. You got a PayPal, you want to use your credit card on PayPal, all that stuff. Way more secure on PayPal if you want to use PayPal and Streamlabs above. It's just more secure than anything other than Super Chat. Or you guys can Super Chat down below and have a party, man. The more people do it, the more people want to do it, the more it happens, the more the show gets funded, and the better off things are for us, I guess. So if you want to do that, go ahead. I don't have any commercial breaks. That's my only commercial, is to tell you to maybe observe those if you want to have some fun here today at this time. Back to what I was saying, though. I just can't take it seriously. Like, it's very hard to... It's hard to piece this together, right? Like, where is Sasha Banks going? Where is Sasha Banks going? And for a situation like this, I try to bring out my paint, my Windows Paint box, and I throw it up here, and I say, okay, like WWE, right? Let's do this. WWE. AEW. I throw up my Windows Paint box. And I say to myself, what's a lie, what's true, what's not true? Well, okay. Sasha Banks, she had a meeting with WWE. Right? Knows the company, for better or worse, knows the company. Let's make these smaller. I'm only gonna go with things that stick out to me, actually. Let's only go with that. So she had a meeting with WWE. AEW, she sat in their crowd. Right? Sat in their crowd. She was going there. Right? $25 million? I don't believe it. I think the $25 million to AEW rumor puts me in the WWE category. That seems like a fake number. It doesn't seem real to me. $25 million. $5 million a year for Sasha Banks? Bro, that's like John Cena or something. I don't even know. I just don't. So, can anybody think of anything else? Because I'm trying to think of these things. The biggest, like she sat in the AEW crowd, right? Was shown there. She was going to AEW. Then she got injured. We know she just had a meeting with WWE. And we know there's a rumor that she's making $25 million with AEW. I don't believe that. So I feel like it's like right now I'd have to pick WWE. Here's why. I don't care what the rumors say. Here's why. Because she sat in the crowd of AEW it was like 6 months ago or a while ago. This is like 6 months ago. She was going there. That's old school stuff right there, right? But with WWE, she had a meeting like 2 weeks ago. And now today a rumor comes out that she's going to get paid $25 million by AEW, $5 million. So I don't believe that. So there's like this weird factoid that doesn't make sense coming out today for AEW. And then above that, she had a meeting with WWE. There's been no real movement with AEW to me. This is not verifiable, too, by the way. The $25 million I don't think is verifiable. Had a meeting with WWE is verifiable. We can verify she had a meeting with WWE. So that's why a week ago, I told you that I believe she's going to show up at the Royal Rumble. And I think WWE is leaking these things out. Listen, I will come on the air and admit that I'm wrong. I had no problem telling you guys that CM Punk is coming. And he's coming sooner than later. I told you that. And so many people called me an idiot. You know what I mean? And they thought, oh, no, he's coming at the Rumble or he's coming at WrestleMania. And I said, I think he's coming soon. But he's definitely signed. He had a meeting. Oh, we had a meeting. There was no interest. Just like Sasha Banks had a meeting and it fell apart. If it fell apart, then we know one thing. That the news reports about CM Punk were wrong. And the Sasha Banks reports were right. So you really can't decipher what's true and not true then, because one report is wrong and one report is right. But at this point, I'm just going on. These wrestling companies are leaking this stuff, projecting how the news sites will report it. So somebody is saying, hey, man, she's definitely coming to AEW because Triple H, someone at WWE said they're worried about people thinking she's coming because they don't know what's going on, but they know she just signed a big deal somewhere else. It's like, so someone in WWE, all they have to say is, yeah, we were trying to get her, but off the record, man, don't say anything, but don't say I said it, but you're going to hear about it probably soon or somewhere, but she signed a big deal somewhere else. So that's not happening. So then the news reporter goes, oh my God, she signed a big deal somewhere else. And then they tell everybody that. And then some other news site goes, well, I'm going to say it's AEW. And it's $25 million. Okay, that's what the report is. $25 million, 5 years, somewhere else. I don't know. We couldn't counter it. You know, that's the type of stuff that's going on. Meltzer and Sapp were wrong about CM Punk and Cody. Stop believing them unless the company says it's true. Exactly, Joshua. I was right about Punk. Sean Ross Sapp and Meltzer were wrong about Punk. I was right about Punk because Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful and Meltzer, they're all going off of their sources and what they're hearing. I'm going off the reports and using my brain. Okay, so Meltzer and Sapp are telling me that CM Punk had a meeting with WWE and they didn't agree with each other and that the talks fell apart or whatever they said. I forget what the terminology they used. They said there was no interest. That was the key word. No, or it's not a word, but that's the key point. No interest. There was no interest. That was when I knew. So either the dirt sheets were lying to us on behalf of WWE or they actually believed that. And I didn't. Immediately, I said this on the air. And I don't know anything at this point about CM Punk. I had no idea about Punk. I just used my brain. And you can go back and watch the videos of me doing this. Because it's logical. Oh, the dirt sheets are telling us that CM Punk and WWE had a meeting. And if you go read the dirt sheets prior to the news that the meeting fell apart, just read the news. And when you read the news, you find out through verifiable sources that the meeting took place. So you know the meeting took place. Okay, this is a dirt sheet report, but WWE and everybody else acknowledges the meeting took place. So we know the meeting took place. That's number one. This is like detective work. Number one, we know the meeting took place between Punk and WWE. But now they're telling us that there was no interest. They had a meeting, but WWE, there was no interest, and they walked away. That's so bullshit. And it should have been bullshit to you. And the dirt sheets should have known. So I find it hard to believe that the dirt sheets didn't know. But what it is they can't really report on something if they're told information a certain way, or they just are stupid. I don't know what the case is, but all you needed to know was they had a meeting. Okay, it's a fact, 100% fact they had a meeting. Now you're telling me there's no interest? The fact that they had a meeting says that there's a ton of interest. So the wording was wrong. So WWE screwed up, or the dirt sheets screwed up. Either one. One of them screwed up by saying there was no interest, because that was the terminology used by everybody in the report. So that means somebody at WWE went out to the dirt sheets after it leaked out that Punk met with people. The dirt sheets came to WWE and they said, "Hey, we heard about this meeting with Punk. You know, what happened? What's going on? Can you say anything?" And this is behind the scenes. And then Triple H says, "Yep, we had a meeting with him. But there was really no interest based on what we talked about. There was no interest on our part." Or somebody from Punk's camp went to them and said, "Yep, Punk met with him, Ace Steel or somebody. Yeah, Punk met with WWE the other day. They admitted to that. We admit to that. But the thing is, they just didn't have interest at this time. So we're waiting to see if if that will change someday." And Dirt Sheet's like, "Wow, okay, let me take that back." You actually believe that? So, it was obvious to see Punk is coming back. Now, with Sasha Banks, it's a little bit different. With Sasha Banks, what happened is they said that the talks fell apart. So talks fell apart. So either the talks really fell apart or they didn't. In my mind, I'm starting to paint a picture of this. Now it comes out that Sasha Banks is getting paid $25 million for AEW. That doesn't sound right. And yes, we could be wrong about this. I am not 100% certain about this. I'm not. But $25 million to me sounds wrong, right? So Sasha Banks had a meeting with WWE. The talks fell apart. And now AEW is going to get her for $25 million. It could be true. This one is way tougher to determine. But there's a couple of possibilities. Number one, AEW is desperate and they overpaid. And AEW is the one leaking things out so that they can confuse you, make it seem like she's going to WWE. Number two is WWE put out that the talks fell apart, which they did. WWE put out the talks fell apart on purpose. Whatever reason that is, if it's true or not true, they put it out that the talks fell apart. Now, if WWE really didn't work anything out with Sasha Banks, they would say probably nothing. So it's weird that they would come out to say the talks fell apart. But maybe they're trying to not make you think she's coming at the Rumble so there's no disappointment. But it can also be that WWE or somebody somewhere is leaking out that she supposedly has a contract with somewhere for $25 million. And without saying where and what exactly, they can do this without getting in some kind of legal trouble. They can say, I heard that she got we've basically understanding that she got a big contract, $25 million, at another place. Somewhere else probably in America, but that's all I can say. And now people are like, well, oh my God, she got $25 million. The rumor is $25 million with, AEW. Well, that's perfect if you want to throw people off and have a surprise at the Royal Rumble. Because now AEW fans are waiting for Sasha to show up in AEW, and even other people are like, oh, wow, she's going to AEW. That's crazy. The next thing you know, she shows up at the Royal Rumble. That's crazy. Right? So, but I'll tell you, man, if WWE were to secure MJF and Sasha Banks, bro, Holy jumping shitballs if that happens. If that happens, we're talking about a, like, oh, shit! Oh, my God!
We plan the spot all day.
Oh, my God!
I want you to jam it in. Oh, it's in your bunghole.
The ghost
Whoa,
from the coast!
it's in your bunghole.
It's not fun for me!
I want it jammed in my bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle.
Afternoon cream stream. Rastafa is a human glitch.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The ghost from It's Not Fun for Me. It wasn't fun for him. It wasn't fun for him. It wasn't fun for me. What a weird person that guy was. Then he doxed me and showed my house and said he was going to come kill me, and I showed that to the Boston FBI. But it wasn't fun for me. Thank you, Ghost, from It's Not Fun for Me. Really appreciate it, bro. Thank you, bro. It wasn't fun for me. This community wasn't fun for the Boston FBI. Let me tell you that. They were like, what the fuck, bro? They continue to say, like, wow, I have seen, like, we've seen harassment and weird shit from stuff before, but, man, the Boston FBI, they're not bad, actually. I got to be honest. They're actually pretty decent. They're pretty good. It wasn't fun for me. Imagine, like, for years, like, people's kids' schools were like threatened, and your family was threatened, and your kids were threatened, and people were threatened, and you couldn't really figure out who was doing it. Then somebody goes out live in public and says, like, that I'm going to do it, and I'm the one doing it, and I'm going to hurt you. And then it's like, they're going to think you're the one who did it all along. They're going to think you're the one who threatens kids because you're doing it. They've been looking for the person. Now they think it's you. Oh, my God, bro. That was fucking hilarious. It wasn't fun for me. In Dedham District Court, it won't be fun soon either. Oh, the papers. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be funny. You'll be fucking trucking on down to Dedham. Anyway, thank you, Ghost from the Coast, for the $100 afternoon cream stream. Rastafa is a human glitch. I love Rastafa. We love him. But that was funny the other day. The guy, you know, you can say what you want about anybody and anything and whatever else, but I'll tell you, man, Rastafa and Dork Knight have given us massive hilarity entertainment. You know what I mean? Massive entertainment. Why would Tony debut Mercedes Moné on a random Dynamite? Well, I'll tell you why, because it's in front of the maximum viewership. You know what I mean? At this point, this guy needs to create a buzz. This guy's got to create some kind of buzz. But listen, women's wrestling is always does worse than men's, usually. It's just like a fact, right? That's not me putting anybody down. Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest stars on this in the WWE company, but I mean, think about it. Before you get to Rhea on this list, where do you go? You know, who's the number one star on this thumbnail? The Rock, Roman Reigns. Like, who is it? It's probably like The Rock, Roman Reigns, you know, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Oh, no, John Cena's on there too. So it's like, think of all these names you got to go through before you get to Rhea. Like, who's on the bottom of this thumbnail? Is it LA Knight, Rhea, Dom, or Uso? Right? Which one of those people is at the bottom person? Not that there is. These are all top stars you're looking at right here. But who's the weakest one on this thumbnail? If you had to pick one, you have to eliminate one person on this thumbnail. Who is it? It's probably going to be Uso or LA Knight. So Rhea is close to the bottom. But that's how hard it is for a woman to scrape to the top, to really get over in front of a crowd or over whatever. That isn't like Sable or Miss Elizabeth or somebody like that, and name your other people. Sasha was over at one point. So, I mean, it's really hard to find a star like that for the women's division. But you also have to always kind of know that the women's division it's always got it's hard for the women to crack through for whatever reason that is. I don't know what that reason is. They're not held down. They're given lots of opportunities now. For whatever reason, though, it just doesn't crack through all the time to the top. I mean, Toni Storm is one of the top acts in AEW right now, and she's a female competitor. But, just generally. So if you're going to spend $25 million, I just don't believe it. I do not buy it. By the way, Rojas, I just got that message you said you sent me the other day just now. Remember that DM you said you sent me? I just got it now. I have no idea why that is. But right now, man, I got to give it to Ghost from the Coast really quickly. Let me put him up on top. The afternoon hangout stream. I am going to jump on the Discord in a minute. I see that Luke Rojas is over there. So we're going to jump over there in a second. But, I just want to rant on a few more things. Ghost from It's Not Fun for Me. Thank you for the $100, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Ghost from It's Not Fun for Me. Thank you for the $100. That is, man, Ghost. Thank you, bro. I cannot believe this. What am I talking about? We can believe it. Ghost from the Coast is always dropping bombs. Thank you, Ghost. Ghost trying to keep the show on the air. Bless his heart. The Ghost from the Coast. The rumors are that Naomi's coming back as well. So, why is Naomi following Sasha once again? And are they going to come as a pair wherever they go? I don't care that much. Listen, I loved Sasha Banks when she was in NXT. Never made it on a Dragon Mandate. Loved it. Loved her as a heel in NXT. When she came to the main roster, things kind of went south. But Sasha Banks as a heel, as the champion in NXT was great. I would have paid $25 million for her at that point. Sasha Banks on the main roster was always back and forth. Oh, she's awesome. Oh, it's shit. Oh, it's good. It's shit. It's good. Shit. It's good. Shit. It's good. Shit. Very ping pong with Sasha Banks on the main roster. And you could argue that some of that's not her fault. When the WWE gave Sasha Banks a really good opportunity, she seemingly kind of fucked it up a little bit. And then when she was on a roll doing well on the main roster, they sabotaged her. So it was Sasha Banks could never exist in a positive state. It just couldn't happen. If we give her the belt, we're going to take it right away. They just never really, they never let her fully just let her keep going. Let her get a run. Because I think Sasha Banks starts to operate better when she has some time to stretch it out a little bit. And I'm not talking about that. So I just, the only time she ever did well with that was NXT. Because she was the bad guy. She was the champ. And she had months to run with that before she put over Bayley at that wonderful NXT Brooklyn takeover. Jade Cargill will debut in 2059, says King Hueco Mundo. It's a good point. Thank you to the Ghost from It's Not Fun for Me for donating $100, Ghost. Thank you, sir. Let's go to the next donation coming in from it's Lex Luger.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue.
Cheers, brother. Little Dunkin' Dog nuts.
I'm sitting in my wheelchair and I have an idea for the chamber.
Yes.
The Rock versus Cody versus Orton versus AJ Styles versus Sheamus versus Law Knight.
Wow.
It'd be the biggest chamber and it's in Australia and winner gets Roman at WrestleMania.
A huge chamber. Lex Luger, I love the idea of that. This is way better, I think, than Roman versus Rock one-on-one because this allows Roman or The Rock, help. He doesn't need to be one-on-one with somebody. He's going to need a lot of time to train to get back into shape to do that. So this would allow that. And, potentially then The Rock could also go to WrestleMania, right? So this would allow him a warm-up and then to face Roman at WrestleMania. So you could potentially get Rock twice, maybe. Wow, great idea. The narcissist, Lex Luger, with that donation. Thank you, Lex Luger, for that donation, man. Thank you, Lex Luger. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Lex Luger, no. Oh, my goodness, can you hear it? My goodness, $9. $9 has come in. Yes, and you can hear it throughout the arena here in Madison Square Garden. Yes, Lex Luger has trained his whole life to become the World Wrestling Federation champion. And tonight, that might just happen. Undeniable physical specimen as this crowd comes off their feet for Lex Luger. Well, McMahon, I think he's on steroids. What? Lex Luger trains every single week in a WWF gym. He puts his heart and soul into this, and you're going to go and say something like that? Well, McMahon, I don't have to remind you about what happened in court with Hulk Hogan, you scumbag. Be that as it may, I know for a fact that Lex Luger is 100% pure American. What the hell does that mean, Vince? He's a cheater? All right, but no, thank you so much from Lex Luger. Even though you're in a wheelchair, Lex, and I love you, bless you. I know you're a changed man. I know you are. I see your tweets and your Twitters, and you talk about thank God for another day. And after the COVID stuff, the shots, the myocarditis cunts, and people collapsing all over the place, the sickness, the poverty levels that are going on right now, and things like that. No doubt about it that Lex Luger, for you being a handicapped person yourself, to drop $9 on this show after Ghost from the Coast dropped 100. Cheers, Lex Luger. Rest in peace, Miss Elizabeth. Hard to say. Okay. So, a report estimates that in 2023 pro wrestling e-commerce merchandise rankings for WWE and AEW stars. Kelly Holade? I can't say her name. I don't know. She's on Wrestling Inc. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes topped pro wrestling e-commerce merchandise rankings for AEW and WWE stars in 2023. The top two merchandise getters delivering the top merchandise, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Both men once were just with AEW and now are with WWE. WrestleNomics has released an estimated list of online merchandise rankings from both WWE and AEW. That is crazy. In WWE's top categories, Cody Rhodes was at the top with a total reverse rank of 59,845, while LA Knight trailed behind with 39,956. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin was slightly behind Knight with 38,000. I mean, this guy isn't in the company anymore, right? This guy's not in the company anymore. Let's think about that. Like Stone Cold, well, okay, I'm sorry. Stone Cold is in the company, right? He's in the company, but you know what I mean. Stone Cold isn't really an active wrestler. He just has merchandise up on the site. It's just sitting there. He'll always sell merchandise. People always looking, no, Stone Cold, I'll buy another Stone Cold thing. That's always going to happen, right? Think about that. The guy is in like third place. He's not even there. Doesn't do anything. Hasn't wrestled since he wrestled Kevin Owens or whatever it was, and he's number 3. That's wild. That's wild. A wild and crazy guy. What else is there? Slightly behind Knight, and then John Cena ranked 4th with 35,000. And in a top-ranked category for AEW, CM Punk came in second. Who came in first? CM Punk came in second with a total reverse rank value of 64,000. The Acclaimed were in the top spot. Probably because when the Acclaimed were at their biggest, CM Punk was gone, right? CM Punk left the company. He started out the year, had some of the merchandise sales. Then the Acclaimed had their big moment where the Acclaimed was super over. Scissor me, daddy, scissor me. So that merchandise was at the top, and then CM Punk was second. And then CM Punk eventually now has shown up in WWE, and he only kind of had that last month of 2023. That's crazy. That's crazy. And probably in 2024, you're going to have The Rock's merchandise. You're going to have Cody Rhodes, who's done well in WWE with merch. John Cena, if he comes back to WrestleMania. Think about this. All these faces you're seeing right there could be at WrestleMania. Let me jump on Discord because I see that Luke is going to work again soon. Thank you to Lex Luger for donating $9. And thank you to Ghost from the Coast for donating $100. Man, Ghost, thank you so much, man, for saving my ass today, brother. Love you, Ghost. If you guys want to donate, the link is up top, pinned to the top. Use that to donate. There's a brand new $22 donation. Nobody's touched it yet. Be the first person to drop the $22 donation. I will orgasm live on this show, like in just a few. I will have an orgasm that you've never seen before. $22 donation. I'll say your name too, by the way. Or you can super chat down below or become a member to get bonus content that nobody else can hear on YouTube, or go to patreon.com and become a patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you want to become a producer, $25 producers, go ahead and become one. Or you can leave my producership and then block me in your chat and then pretend like you don't know what's going on. Hey, Luke Rojas, before he goes to work, here he is. He's not going to work. He's going to hell. How you doing? How you doing, Luke? You all right, Luke? You there? Luke?
Uh-oh.
Well, we try to get him on. He's waiting. Oh, there he goes. Lightning Amethyst is here. Luke is here. Go ahead, Luke.
Hear me?
Yeah, Dork Knight. Oh, Luke, I'm sorry. Hey, Luke.
Jeez. I do feel like a Dork Knight right now. I forgot I had 2 different sets of headphones connecting to my fucking phone, so you couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay.
Or I couldn't hear you, rather.
Oh, I got
you. So, yeah. I just think it's ridiculous to think that Sasha is going to get $25 million anywhere for 5 years. That's literally probably what Cody and Roman are making. Maybe not Roman, but definitely in the ballpark of what Cody and like Moxley are making. So,
Moxley gets $6 million a year, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the biggest contract in AEW.
What do you think MJF is demanding?
Well, okay, if it's true, Moxley got $6 million 3 years. Jericho got at the time $4 million 2 years and then signed another one. So you're telling me Sasha Banks gets 5 years at $25 million, $5 million a year?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous thing to say, don't you think?
I think WWE leaked it out and made it up.
I believe that too, and I think people just fall for. I mean, how many times does a new person have to like come back, or like the biggest shocker ever have to happen before people being like, oh, well, the company says that they had falling out, so that's not going to happen.
Right. Same thing they said about Punk. Listen, it could be true this time, and if it is, I'll come on here and I'll be like, damn, I was completely wrong. But I'm just trying to paint the case for why I think like Sasha's going to WWE, just like Punk. It's like, dude, why would the news come out that she had a meeting with them, but it fell apart? You know, and now this is coming out. I believe they are strongly trying to make you think she's not coming to the Rumble, so it's more surprising. I don't know. That's all I can think. But wouldn't AEW though come out? And I'm wondering if is she stringing along AEW? Like, oh yeah, I haven't made my decision yet. Because theoretically, when they did this with Punk, he potentially could have really signed a week or two before he came, which is what they said, which could be true. But you know what I mean? Because if she's not signed, she can still dangle the carrot around AEW and then go to WWE. Is that part of the deal? Like, keep playing them. You know, that way they won't say anything. Because if she says, oh, sorry, Tony, I signed with WWE, it's already over. And now Tony Khan hears that she signed $25 million with AEW. Well, Tony Khan's going to come out and say, nope, that's not true, right? And spoil it. But if she doesn't say anything and tells Tony, no, I haven't decided yet, I mean, then he's got to say nothing. So that hinders. These are the type of games that I'm imagining are happening in my brain. You know,
I think definitely she is trying to basically see what the most she can get from both companies is. But I mean, what was the report that came out a few months ago when you were doing like the top 10 confirmed salaries? Because there's only a few wrestler salaries that are actually confirmed.
Yeah.
And we know that Becky is confirmed to be making about $3 million or $3.2 million, I think.
Yeah.
And I just don't see Sasha making more than Becky. I mean, maybe from AEW. I mean, yeah, but if AEW, like, what does AEW really get from Sasha? I mean, she's one name in kind of a nameless division besides Toni Storm and a few others. It would just be her.
Well, also they brought in Paige, and Paige is like used as like an extra person now. It's like, what are they doing with? They're not doing much. Like, and why hasn't Tony Khan learned a little bit more about how homegrown talent can do things? Like Toni Storm is pretty much homegrown to me because she really didn't do well in WWE whatsoever. And the first time she's had any traction now is in AEW with this weird gimmick, and I love it. And also with Sasha Banks, why would Sasha Banks get paid more than Charlotte and Becky, who have never left the company and have been staples and wouldn't leave and like have been dedicated? You're now going to tell the other girls, oh, guess what? That bratty chick, we're going to pay her more than you guys. So I don't know.
I mean, same thing could be said about CM Punk. The very big difference is that CM Punk is a vastly bigger name than Sasha Banks or Mercedes Monroe or Monet or whatever the fuck. Monet, did I call her Monroe? Jesus. I mean, she's got cool, like, fucking electricity hair. That's nice. Looks like a fucking jellyfish bitch. But, I mean, is she really worth more than CM Punk? Is she really worth more than all these people? I mean, I don't know. I could see her getting about 2.5 to 3 million, possibly. But even then, that's kind of highballing it, because how much is Charlotte making? We know how much Becky is making, but is Charlotte making something more or comparable to Becky? Because Becky just might be the exception.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't know. They really love Becky, and they obviously really love Seth, so they want to keep them happy. I did do a Google search trend just now on 30 days. The past 30 days, CM Punk is in the yellow, Sasha Banks and Mercedes Moné is in the blue and red down below. And you can see the Punk interest is down a little bit now because he's been here a while. And obviously right now people are asking about where Sasha and Mercedes Moné is going to go, and you can see those spiking up over here. So, I mean, she's something, but it's a small part of what CM Punk was and is, and comparatively. Like maybe 30,000 people or 20,000 people are going to, I don't know, turn a dial to see her, maybe.
You're effectively spending you're effectively spending $5 million a year on a minor bump in the ratings for maybe a few months.
Yeah.
Not even.
There's really, honestly, dude, right now, there's not a lot AEW can do. Because you're gonna overpay for 1, 2, or 3 people that only help a little bit. But if those people, but dude, if they go to, but Rojas, if they go to WWE, look at this thumbnail. What if you add Sasha Banks to this thumbnail and Becky Lynch and Charlotte, and then you add, what if MJF comes and you add? It's just like, even though you're basically overpaying money to keep somebody who's going to be a very minimal effect in your company from going to a place that is arming up right now against you.
Yeah. And, I like you said, if she goes to WWE, I mean, there is that possibility that she could just become a name in a big crowd of faces, just another face. But I don't think, I think that WWE right now has so many big talent, so much, potential matches for her that, going to AEW, sure, she'd be getting paid more, but her stardom would continue to go down. Her stock would go down. Same with what I kind of think with MJF. Yeah, he's getting paid more in AEW, but in 5 years or however many years his contract is, are we going to care about him as much as we do right now going to the WWE? That's the big question, because, I just think that AEW is making a lot of the same mistakes that WCW made and that TNA made. And, it's like, when you bring that up to people, they get really offended. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know shit. And I'm like, I don't claim to watch the show, but from what I'm like an outsider looking in, they're just constantly trying to get big name, post WWE star, ex WWE star. I mean, in the long run, that's going to fuck them up because they're not relying, like you said, on their homegrown talent, which is something that WWE has been trying to do with guys like not Cody Rhodes, but I mean, he's kind of a WWE guy, LA Knight and stars like that. Man, fuck.
What?
Fucking leg hurts.
What they needed, what AEW might need to do really badly is they really got to take a look at the Attitude Era, because this reminds me of when WCW had Hogan, Macho Man, Kevin Nash, Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, all that sort of thing, and it was like, holy shit, what has the WWE got left? And maybe before Bret Hart left, but you know what I mean? It was like they had the Ringmaster Stone Cold, they had HBK, Bret Hart, and it was like that was it. They had HBK, Bret Hart, and that was it. After that, it was a mess. And WCW had Macho Man, Hogan, Roddy Piper, like I said, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. They had all these other names. And it was just like, wow, WCW is destroying right now. And WWE didn't know what they were doing. They had like Sid and Shawn Michaels. And so but they were like, okay, they create, Austin, the Attitude Era. That's what AEW needs. They need to actually try to have an Attitude Era, because they're not going to beat WWE with star power now. And yeah, they can beat them with wrestling style, but that only appeals, right? That only appeals though to that smaller audience of maybe 800,000 people or less. And so, yeah.
And a lot of those people, I mean, like a quarter of those fans probably get sick of this shit, because it's like, how many times can you see somebody get pile drive through a fucking table and they don't sell it? It's just like, it's ridiculous. I mean, the stuff that goes on in AEW is the same shit that like turns me off from a lot of these indie companies like New Japan Pro Wrestling and stuff like that, and ROH and PWG. It's just like these 47-minute matches where they get hit with every finisher possible and they kick out and they don't sell. And, after a while that just becomes cartoonish, and it's not going to be something that people are going to get invested in. I mean, I don't know. Everybody is has a different taste. So maybe people love that style of wrestling, but that's kind of not my style. And AEW kind of needs to sort of adapt with the fact that it's not just appealing to those fans. It's also trying to appeal to other fans too. And if it doesn't try to appeal to those fans, then what the hell are they doing? They just want to be a second-rate company for the rest of their existence. Like, that's the thing. The entire design is just to be like, we're a counterpoint to the WWE. But it's like, well, how come you have no desire to be bigger? And you keep taking pop shots and stuff like that at the WWE, constantly throwing shade at it. But then you want to be like, oh, we're just a small company, you know, doing our own thing. So
yeah, well, it reminds me of a lot of
weird.
people I used to work with. But it's like, you know, people want to crap on you and then say they're not there to do that, but then they are, and then it's very funny. AEW's got a problem with you know, because that's what it is when you're trying to be like something else that's obviously bigger and just try to rip off their stuff. Like it's a complex, and you give it away when you say things like AEW does. You know, it's a complex. We know what you're doing, and it's not going to work out for you.
It's the most safe wrestling company in existence of history.
Mamaya in the chat says we can't act like Velveteen Dream wasn't an amazing character at this time. Listen, Velveteen Dream, bro, we were so big on Velveteen Dream until that last like 6 months. I don't know what they were doing with him, but dude, you remember when he was on top and he had that match against who did he wrestle? It was such a good match. He
Tommaso Ciampa.
Was it? He had like the purple tights on at the takeover, the ladder. Like he was like,
oh, I think you're thinking of the North American title ladder match that happened in the Takeover New Orleans.
Yeah.
I was thinking of his match he had with Tommaso Ciampa at War Games 2.
Yeah,
where he was dressed up like Hulk Hogan.
Yes,
NWO
no, that's
style.
the one. That's the one I was thinking of. That was great.
He had such an incredible match with him. Yeah,
bro. And then
you know what?
He had great matches.
They didn't pull the trigger on him.
No, they didn't. That's the thing is we thought, oh my God, they're going to call him up so quick and he's going to be Vince's guy or whatever. Like, dude, Velveteen Dream, it's actually very sad. And we don't 100% know exactly what really went wrong. He had some kind of weird attitude, they said. Maybe he was doing something even worse. We don't really know what the truth is about everything. But what sucks wrestling-wise is this guy really was like a Hogan, Shawn Michaels, like Macho Man charisma, like all rolled into this one new thing that was whatever he was.
Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels,
yeah,
you
like
know.
it was like he was really, you could see it. Something is up. This guy's gonna be good, and it was fun. The entertainment, like the Gold Dust sort of aspect
Imagine a feud with him and LA Knight. Like that would have been amazing.
So
LA Knight and Velveteen Dream feud.
I saw Velveteen Dream at a house show right before WrestleMania. I talk about this all the time. Against Pete Dunne, yeah, and it was, I'm telling you, it's one of the best matches I've ever seen live. Pete Dunne, Velveteen Dream, it wasn't televised, and it was so goddamn good, bro. It should have opened WrestleMania. Like, when I got done watching, I was like, if that were to open WrestleMania, you would never forget about that match. It was like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man, you know, like an opening Shawn Michaels WrestleMania match or something like that. It was like that. Jericho versus Regal at WrestleMania, whatever, 18 or whatever it was. It was a wonderful match, and it should have opened WrestleMania because it was so good. And I don't know, man, that guy, and all the years that we've lost from him already, it's like, it's crazy to think that. What a waste of talent.
I don't think anything's really been confirmed, too. Also, have you seen the video of him yelling at EC3, talking about how they did coke together?
Yeah.
And how EC3, dude, that shit is insane. So, I don't know. I mean, he says that is he, like, really gay in real life? Or is he, like, he said it was a character.
No, I don't think he is. I just think he's kind of, like, wacky and, you know, and I think he was, I don't know, WWE people, didn't they say, they said he was like hard to deal with or something? And I was like, really? He doesn't seem like that. But also, again, like, and see, that's another key, right? Hard to deal with or has a bad attitude. That sucks because that's what usually stars have. Like, I'm like, that's what stars have, is they have a kind of a crappy attitude. They're kind of narcissistic. You know, like that's what money is if you're like that.
Velveteen Dream returns 2024, bro. Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, bring him back. I don't care what he did.
He's already missed like what 3-4 years of his career. Get him back. We need him.
Yeah.
We need bigger characters, bro. Dude, imagine a Velveteen Dream and LA Knight, Velveteen Dream and Cody Rhodes. I mean, you've got so many good feuds with that guy. Oh, bro. Now you really made me want to see Velveteen Dream come back. Anyway, I'm about to cross the highway, so I gotta go. All
right, we'll see you later. Maybe Tony Khan will grab Velveteen Dream up, and he'll be called Velvet Sex or something. I don't know.
It's hilarious.
All right.
Talk to Lightning.
Lightning, what do you think, brother?
Yeah, I've been hearing everything, man, and I mean, I was talking to Luke earlier before you jumped in,
Yep.
And I gotta say, I mean, I love LA Knight. I really do. He's gonna go places, but they need to pull that trigger on him now, while he's
Wow.
while he's still over. Like he is. Like I've heard that he's so over. They're chanting his stuff in other promotions, and WWE needs to be pulling that trigger. Like they should be seeing that. Like, wow, he's so over. They're chanting his name in other promotions.
Well, let me tell you this. He's in trouble now because all this star power that's going on. He's getting a little drowned out now because of all this. But here's what's good about that. LA Knight has become a huge fan favorite, and you could argue if none of this other stuff was going on, he could be the number one guy in the company or up top towards the top 3. But with all this other stuff going on, he's being drowned out a little bit. But that's okay because LA Knight can literally wrestle anywhere on the wrestling card now, and he's going to get over. And I think the powers that be at WWE are saying to themselves, listen, LA Knight's going to be featured, and he's going to be an attraction, and that's great. But we're not going to bump him to the number 1 spot right now because they've got so much star power going on. So, with that being said, though, if the fans were to explode for LA Knight, and I mean they were like chanting LA Knight everywhere, and they were booing other people, and they were really making it known that fuck everybody, see, even CM Punk, we want LA Knight, they would then push him. But they're going to make the fans do that. And I don't think the fans are doing that. I think the fans are happy cheering LA Knight, but they are also still on board with these other guys. So I don't think you're going to get what you want with LA Knight right now. But the good thing about that is if the hype for LA Knight stays up in about a year or 2 and it stays that way, you'll have him. But you're right, he may not get this, Stone Cold or The Rock, lightning in a bottle situation that a lot of people thought was coming up here with him because there's just so much star power returning here. I don't know.
And another thing is, I did see that that video WWE posted, or maybe it was WWE on Fox. I don't know which channel it was, but someone, it was one of those two tied to the WWE, but it was a full-length segment with The Rock's return and him confronting Jinder Mahal. Yep. I'm afraid that they're going to push the whole storyline that they've been building for past year with Cody Rhodes aside to let The Rock challenge Roman for the title. That's my biggest fear. Like, why would you waste all this time building up a storyline that needs to come to an end just so that you have two family members
because it's once in a lifetime if they can get The Rock at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? They can never get this guy at WrestleMania. And if they have him, you know what I mean? They already put Cody Rhodes on hold last year, so they have no problem putting him on hold for another year or 2 years because, see, that story can still be told, right? That story of Cody Rhodes wins the title like his father never did in that moment, that can still happen. And not only can that happen, but the longer you hold that off, the more special it's going to be now. Do you know what I mean?
And it doesn't have to be at WrestleMania.
Exactly. It doesn't. Well, I think it should be, but it doesn't have to be. You're right. It can be at SummerSlam or something like that.
How are you doing, Joe?
Good, Dan Kennedy. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Graduated locksmith school.
Oh, so now you can break into people's houses and all that other stuff.
No,
hey, Bullfrog is a
moron. I haven't had a job yet, Joe.
Scissor me, Joe!
Hi, Bullfrog.
Joe, you forgot to put Logan Paul and Randy Orton faces up there.
Oh, King Kong Needle Dick. Thank you for the $3. King Kong Needle Dick.
What a name.
That's a great name. You're right. I mean, Randy Orton and Logan Paul aren't even on here. You're right. Let me put them on here. That's crazy. I mean, just, dude, think about that. Like, we didn't even put Logan Paul on here. There's Logan Paul. He can go where I am. And Randy Orton, I mean, you're right.
Now, was anybody expecting Carlito to be showing up in NXT to be the mystery tag partner?
I didn't even watch it.
Those two guys?
I didn't even know he was there. I didn't watch it, but they could use Carlito.
I saw the video that they posted on YouTube about it. It was just an intro. I didn't see the match itself. But he showed up. I was like, wait, that's crazy.
It's really, I mean, Carlito showing up in NXT. I mean, I don't know. It's not that crazy to me, but it's cool. Dan, so you're gonna break into people's houses, right? As a locksmith? No. You sure?
They haven't been hired yet to do that.
Well, I know some people that could talk to you about that. You know, there are some nefarious people out there that could use your services, Dan Kennedy.
Yeah, if they're willing to pay.
Dan Kennedy's a criminal, confirmed. Goes from It's Not Fun for Me.
And Joe Cronin's a sad sack of shit.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, neither calling me a criminal. So,
well,
you get treated how you treat people.
That's true. I love it. Manipulated Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy. It's good to have you here, though. I haven't heard you in a while. What do you think about The Rock coming back the other day, Dan?
I don't really give a shit about The Rock.
Wow.
Wow.
Take that, Rock.
I mean, what? Finally, The Rock is gonna come back for one more match and then go off to make a bunch of shitty Hollywood movies again.
Right. Yeah,
why,
but I mean,
why
it's
should I give a shit about The Rock if he's only gonna be there for one match?
Well,
yeah, he's The Rock.
Yeah. Aren't you reserved to that? You know it's only going to be for one, but I mean, isn't it? Don't you want to see the clash of Rock and Roman?
I don't give a shit. You know, it's the same thing with Cena coming back.
Yeah, I don't care.
The only reason Cena came back because of the actor strike, and the only reason Rock coming back because he needs to do that thing with Roman that they've been teasing for years and years and years.
Well, I think the only reason The Rock is back is because I said this yesterday. I don't want to repeat it much, but I will say this. Ever since The Rock released that terrible rap, it's about power, it's about Mawa, it's about now, like whatever that. Ever since he did that, his life has been in a downward spiral. That song was that rap was awful. First time I ever thought The Rock couldn't do something, I went, "Ooh, Rock cannot rap. That sounds terrible." So that was bad. Then The Rock bought the XFL. That was bad. Then he did Black Adam. That bomb.
Hawaii thing.
Then he went to Hawaii. That's four. That's four. Right? The rap was bad. The XFL was stupid. Then Black Adam bombed, and then he went to Maui with Oprah. That's 4 strikes, and he was like, shit, I got to go back to where I'm safe, and that's in the WWE.
But he might not even be safe in the WWE.
I disagree. Based on the chant, the crowd cheer the other day, and how good he was on the mic and everything, I don't agree. I think he does great.
But if you don't know The Rock's coming, and then you hear the Rock music, and then The Rock comes out, anyone's gonna mark.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to go out there and do it. And then he went out there, and to me, he did it. He did everything. Yeah, he was huffing and puffing when he was wrestling, for a second, but like he did it. He executed all the moves. He looked powerful. He had full charisma. He said those funny things with the Sheik. I loved it. Like, so, no, man, he went out there and he had the charisma, and he executed, and he was energetic.
And the best part of his return, there was no reports about him showing up at Raw.
Yeah,
I mean, well, it was going to be Jinder. In a sense, I didn't think it was going to be Jinder, but then again, I didn't think it was going to be The Rock either.
Really?
So all the reports that were coming out was saying something about a return of a former WWE champion. And there's so many names as former champions that could have returned. So I was like, okay, it could be this person, that person, but
I hate to say it, but as soon as they said that, I said, "Oh, The Rock's coming back tonight."
See, it was predictable.
It was predictable to me because they were right near LA. I mean, come on.
But when fucking Jinder came out, it was like, oh, that's not who I was thinking.
Well, that's what they wanted you. They wanted you to be like, oh, what the hell? And then they wanted you to be mad at him, and then they
wanted to get. That's how they get the marks.
Yeah, it was very predictable.
And the best part, I saw videos of Samantha Irvine's reaction to Rock on Twitter. I was like, God, she had no clue.
Is she a hooker? Oh, that's
the ring announcer.
Oh, she's the ring announcer. Yeah, she was. Yeah, but I got to be honest, man. I didn't buy that either. She was like selling it like, oh my God. She knew it was The Rock.
See,
Come on.
the one thing I don't like when it comes to certain promotions with their sales of moves and shit. There's one thing to oversell, and The Rock, she's known for his over-the-top overselling of Stunner, but when he does it, it's hilarious and funny, and it makes it look legit. But when you go out there and just get hit with finisher after finisher after finisher and just kick out at one, it ruins the whole aesthetic of the move.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's the kick out is too early or whatever, and it diminishes the move. I understand what you're saying. Sometimes I agree with that. Sometimes I don't.
Now, if it's like for a crucial part of the match or in a feud or something, and the babyface kicks out of the heel's move at one when they shouldn't be, I get it. That makes sense. It makes perfect sense why the babyface is kicking out of the heel's finisher at one.
I got
you.
To
make it look like they still have, a fight left.
I got you. Dan Kennedy.
Do you think they're gonna?
Go ahead, Lightning. Go ahead. What was your question, Lightning? Go ahead.
Do you think they're gonna go anywhere with this whole idea with fucking Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker as a tag team?
I don't know, and I honestly, bro, those two guys, I don't care. I don't care about them at all. Like if they do or don't with those two, I don't like those two. Like I don't even watch them.
I mean,
I'm not watching NXT.
They had something for a minute with Braun Breaker, but then they fucked it up.
Yeah, I think that they overhyped him. Like this guy is amazing. Like whenever they do that, they fuck it up. What's his name? Who's the other guy? Austin Theory. Austin Theory.
They did it with Austin Theory. They did it with Riddle. They've done it with almost every single NXT talent that has come up and then later been released.
Yep, they overblew these people. Guys, thanks for joining me in the Discord. I love you guys. I'll talk to you off air. Back to solo show. I'm back. Let's go back to the donations.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years.
Velveteen Cream.
In all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Hi, Tony.
Oh, Joe, you said my name. C-R-E-A-M. Are you ready for the Velveteen Cream? Play my music, Joey boy.
That's right, baby. I don't even remember the Velveteen Cream. Velveteen Dream. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. WWE took it down. like what are they doing, bro? Is this it? Velveteen Cream.
Velveteen
Cream. Velveteen Cream. Bro. Velveteen. Velveteen Dream was great. He put out an apology video the other day, and that's why we're kind of talking about him. But good stuff from the Velveteen Cream. Thanks to Ghost from It's Not Fun for me. And also to the other donators of the stream today. John Montgomery, Ghost from the Coast, Lex Luger, and King of Needle Dick, and now Velveteen Cream.
Take a look around Hillary and see.
And it's another one, Mickey K9.
Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see. Everyone loves me.
Look at that.
Take a look around Hillary and see.
Mickey K9.
Everyone loves me. Took a long look along. Everyone loves the dawn. Take a look around Hillary. Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see.
Love the afternoon stream.
Hey, Mickey K9, thank you, man. Usually on Wednesdays, we get the afternoon streams going on Wednesdays. Thank you, Mickey K9, for the $15. I want to shout out to everybody. Ghost from the Coast for all his donations over the Christmas and New Year's. That was crazy. Also, D. Welsh. There's a bunch of people. Gold Standard. Obviously, Sith Negan, who dropped fucking like $1,500 over the past 2 weeks. Sith Negan dropping bombs. So shout out to Sith Negan as well. And being a $100 patron for 56 months in a row. And if you guys want to support the channel, we're looking for producers on Patreon. I mean, obviously on Patreon, you're going to get thousands of bonus content, all this crazy shit. But, you know, we're looking for you to jump on and become a producer. So feel free to do that. And shout out to the producers that are $25 producers keeping this show going, including Ghost from the Coast, Sith Negan, and so many others at 25 or more. We'll put your name on the list here. For the month of January is coming out in the next couple of days. So if you want to, please jump on there today or tomorrow or at some point. Thank you to Nikki T. Nikki T returning as a producer on Patreon. Holy shit. Nikki T, and the T is for titties because they nice. Nikki T, man, she has some nice ones. I can tell you. Beautiful human being. How could JD have done that to her, you know? Scumbag. Scumbag. Mickey K9, thank you, sir, for that donation. Eddie Chaos in the house. Ed's view apparently is okay because we found him on Twitter. Was worried about him with the whole Japanese, you know, Japan, basically. The tsunami, the earthquake was nuts. The planes crashing. Like, there's a lot of weird shit in Japan the other day. We got a big snowstorm coming, potentially. We don't know how big it's going to be or what's exactly going to happen. But it's coming. You know, at some point. Respiratory illness, triple threat, what you need to know. The simultaneous spread of flu, COVID, and RSV has led to significant rise of emergency room visits. Well, my whole family, I think, had the RSV thing. I think we all had our RSV thing not that long ago. And then we were just sick last week with something different. So we've got it all out of the way almost. Just need COVID again. Gas up the snowblower this weekend. Nor'easter expected to bring plowable snow to Massachusetts. So I've got to go dig my... Actually, that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get off the air in a minute. I am going to dig my snowblower out of the shed and get that thing working. Try to get it started. Whether it's an electrical start or not, I've got to get that thing started in case, because, man, it makes such a difference. Dork Knight is better than The Rock on the mic. I just don't believe that. Dork Knight is better than Brock Turner behind a dumpster. That's what I'll say. Dork Knight is better than Brock Turner when it comes to being behind a dumpster with a passed out female. That's about all I'll say at this point about Dork Knight, okay? I bless you. Got about a minute left here, depending on what you guys want to do. If anybody super chats, I'll read it. If anybody donates using Streamlabs up top, I'll do that. But other than that, I'm pretty much wrapped up for this. WrestleMania could be huge. WWE right now is friggin' stacked. What can AEW do? I mean, the star power right now is crazy. Yeah, it's going to be the Bills versus the Patriots on Sunday. Or no, it's the Jets versus the Patriots. The Jets versus the Patriots, and the Bills are playing. Right? So there'll be a snowball in those games. But you know what? The Patriots, it was only fun when it was snowing when the Patriots were good, because they were going to, you knew they were going to win in the snow, and they were going to throw snow and have a party, and just, it was awesome. You know, you got to dig out your own seats at Gillette Stadium. Same thing happens in Buffalo all the time. And we love those games in the Northeast. So, but I think it's Patriots-Jets. And the Jets are, I mean, the Patriots aren't very good, but the Patriots are bad, but the Jets are just, I mean, there's some kind of special, tardism going on in the Jets world. So, but the Patriots really should lose so that they can get a better pick, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they've got this pride that we've got to beat the Jets. I don't care. Even if the Jets laid down and let us beat them, we're going to take it because we're not going to lose to the Jets. So I don't think the Patriots are going to score that draft pick, that top 3. I think the Patriots are going to end up with 4 or 5 or something like that because they're going to win. They're going to try to win when it doesn't matter. Wait till next year. It's been a long time since I've experienced watching football and losing every year. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think when the Patriots are winning because it was like 01 they won, 02 you believed it.
Shit bomb.
03 they won, 04 they
Kerry
won.
Von Erich snorted coke with the iron straw.
Oh, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Wow. Did you guys see the Iron Claw movie? I don't know. We'll talk about it. Tonight is AEW Dynamite. We'll see what AEW has in store for us tonight on Dynamite. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see if it's good. I think I'm going to watch it.
Bullfrog is a moron.
Oh, shit, Lex Luger.
Scissor me, Joe!
Lex Luger's back.
Sitting in my wheelchair again, and I was thinking, Joe, you should make a donation of me like me falling off my wheelchair or just show me in the ring once again. I need to slam Yoko again? Miss that Japanese guy.
I know. Lex Luger, I miss him too. Yeah, we could have a new donation with you, Lex Luger, where you're in a wheelchair spinning around or something like that. Yeah, we could do. I could totally see that. I could see that, Lex.
You raised a piece of shit.
Jack donated.
All right, Joe, wishing you and your family a happy and healthy 2024. Must say the past few weeks your show has been awesome. Much love from the UK.
Oh, my God. Still nobody will donate the new $22 donation. We cannot get the new $22 donation to play. So because Jack just donated an amount that was probably converted by the UK. So the UK to the US money. Jack, thank you, sir. You have a happy and healthy 2024, sexy pants. Jack, thank you for the donation, man, and keeping my streams alive, dude. I'll definitely stream next Wednesday again. I will definitely stream next Wednesday in the day again because of that support for sure. Like, I will try to make it for certain next week. Thank you, Jack. Let's play the 22 donation because Jack donated. I don't know, and it didn't play anything because it wasn't a normal donation. It was like 25 whatever 99. Let's play one for Jack. Here it is for Jack. Put it in cold soul, put it in cold soul, put it in cold soul, put it in cold soul slow. Put it in cold slow, put it in cold soul, put it in cold, put it in cold soul, put it in cold, put it in cold soul. Put it in cold soul, put it in my cold soul, put it in my cold soul.
Yeah, fuck you. Take this dick. Michael Cole, take my dick.
This is a test donation for $22.
Finish in you.
Oh my God, Ryback. Finishing you? What the hell? The brand new $22 donation. If you use Streamlabs up above in the chat. Lex Luger, thank you. Jack, thank you, bro. Jack, you fucking Jack Hurst, baby. Remember the quarters? Yeah. Tommy came on the show and told us how he put quarters in his ass on Throwdown. Oh, man. I don't know what episode of Throwdown that is where he talks about putting quarters in his ass, but it's fucking weird. Shout out to the members, Eddie Chaos and Colonel Stutters, and everybody else. Thank you. I will catch you tonight, potentially tonight. Not 100%, but I think I will be live tonight for the AEW review. So hopefully we do that tonight. We'll see what happens, but That's it. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys can hit that like button on your way out. That will help pump up the show a little bit more. And what will help you guys find my videos more is, number one, if you become a patron, you'll get every alert whenever I'm live if you're on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And thank you to Nikki T for becoming a $25 producer. Once again, Nikki T, thank you. And to everybody else who upped their pledges and became a patron on Patreon, Clyde Cash, Jaff94, the Mezimez, Busty, Don, and everybody else. Who else? Eric Cartman, brah. Home Run Hiccup. Jag de Panzer is back on Patreon. And everybody else who can be there, man. We could use a few more. Allison Tuckwab, we could use a few more $25 producers. If you guys can support the show, that'd be awesome. Feel free to join Patreon. We could use you. And just like these guys, become a producer on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. So we're out of here. And thanks to the top donation of the stream, the top donator, the Ghost from the Coast, the Ghost from It's Not Fun for Me. Thank you, Ghost. You are, without a doubt, somebody who gets my, man, all right, I'm just going to come out and say it. I get erections when I see Ghost. Let's be honest. Thank you to Tim Drake, as always, too, who supported the other day. I didn't get the shout-out. And, of course, just all these OGs who have been supporting over the last couple of weeks. And the number one ever, Sith Negan. We cannot shout him out enough. Just beast-like stuff from these people.
Shit bum.
Oh.
Salute, Joe.
Mysterious Black dropping a $2 super chat. Hey, Mysterious Black, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Mysterious Black. I'm trying to work on my basement and the office and the room here. I'll have something new coming soon because of the water situation. I had to take up stuff anyway, so I'm just
shit bum.
Reworking it. Oh shit, Joshua David. God damn, bro. God damn, Josh. Thank you for the $2 super chat party. Appreciate that, Josh. Really appreciate that. I want to thank the Goon for the $100 behind the scenes. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that donation, Goon. Or maybe if that wasn't him, we'll just we'll ban the real guy. Just kidding. King Hueco Mundo. Hit that like button, brother. What are we at for likes on the way out here? 80 likes? That's bullshit. Click that like button, man. We need 20 likes. 20 likes right now. Let's do it. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. 20 likes, almost there. I'm going to have a big stream of Anything Goes. Oh, it wasn't you? Okay. We'll time you out then. We're going to have an Anything Goes on Patreon. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. People can ask me any questions they want to, and it will all be behind the paywall, a free-for-all Q&A on Patreon, and that's coming up. It will be on Patreon, I believe, tomorrow, so look for that. It will be pre-recorded, so the audio will be uploaded, and it's a Q&A where people can say anything about wrestling, the world, whatever they want, ask me whatever, about anything whatsoever. I will answer every question, and it will go up in audio form. It doesn't matter what it's about. You want to ask me about my wife, it will be up there. You want to ask me about my relationships with other people, you want to ask me about wrestling stuff, you want to ask me about the world, you want to ask me for my opinion on this thing, that thing, whatever. I will answer every single question, all questions, and it will be uploaded. Anything Goes, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. I'm going to put the questions up on Patreon, but if you want to ask me anonymously, you can also do that as well. Just say you don't want it read, and I won't do it. But I'll also have it up on Patreon. So anything goes. Look for that podcast to be up tomorrow, I think. As long as we get enough response from it that I can, pull off a long enough show, at least 30 minutes to an hour show on anything, like I said, whatsoever. I'll catch you guys maybe tonight for AEW and AEW Dynamite. I'm really going this time. Hit the like button, and I'm out. Joshua David, thanks for the $2, man. Mysterious Black and Jack, Lex Luger, Mr. Pico Boulevard, Mickey K9, Velveteen, Cream, King Needle Dick, Lex Luger, Ghost from It's Not Fun for Me, John Montgomery, Broken Lion with the $5 the other day. I just read into yesterday's donation, my bad, but shout out to Broken Lion anyway. And of course, Jack Hurst, all the way across the ocean in England, in the UK. It's Jack me off. Sorry.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The following is content exclusively available for patrons only on patreon.com.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks. This place sucks. CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.